So we're talking about Shaedon Sharpe. I put up a poll question. Will the Blazers end up signing an extension north of $90 million with Shaedon Sharpe? Yes or no? Because that was the report from the weekend. He turned down 4 years, $90 million. I kind of sit into two camps. I was talking to somebody off record, so no names will be involved.
Who we talking to?
And I was like, oh, $90 million turn down. Clearly going for the $100 million payday. Yeah. And it's only out there for the most obvious of reasons. He wants to say, I want more.
I mean, Anthony Simons got 4 years, $100 million. Doesn't play any defense, good offensive player, better shooter, but yeah.
Going to be a backup in Boston this year.
If I'm Shaedon Sharpe, I'm looking at that saying, he got $100 million.
Yeah. And I was told, the response immediately was like, how's he going to get that? And I was like, well, it's pretty easy. Average 23, 25 a game. And
he's only 21 years old.
Shoot 37%. You're 21 years old. They drafted you 7 overall. It's pretty simple in my mind to see him getting to 1 to 110.
And if he shows any sort of development and prowess at the defensive end, whether he's playing good team defense on the weak side to get steals and get out in transition and
if the
dunks.
effort is obvious, even if he's not a great one-on-one defender,
that's all you need.
This is, to me, a fairly easy thing to see happen.
Blocking shots.
But the response I got pretty quickly was, no way. And I was like, okay, well, so we'll have to see it play out. I would also argue this, the history of this franchise, and if you guys think I'm wrong here and you have counter examples, then feel free. Does the history of this franchise not tell us that they value their own talent?
Oh, that's all they do. Yeah, they love their own supply.
You just said Anthony Simons, who the most obvious thing they should have done was trade that dude at the highest of high moments.
3 years ago when we were all arguing they should trade him.
And they didn't. They gave him the $100 million contract. Yep. He played just fine, but I want to bring that up because I know some people will say, well, Anthony Simons is a no-brainer. Anthony Simons last year averaged 19.3 points per game on 42.5% from the field, 36 from three. He averaged 2.7 rebounds and 4.8 assists. Oh, and 0.9 steals. Shaedon Sharpe last year getting 1 less minute per game, so not a big difference there. 18.5 points, so barely less.
Basically the same.
45.2% from the field, better. 31% from three, worse. Terrible. 4.5 rebounds, 2.8 assists, and the exact same amount of steals. And if you want to parse through their defensive differences, argue with a wall. If that dude can get the $100 million deal, I don't blame Shaedon Sharpe at all for saying, I can do better. And I will get the $100 million deal.
I'm younger, I'm bigger, and I'm more athletic.
The history of the league suggests the history of the franchise suggests you're going to pay your guy.
Yeah, and Bob brings up a good point. And it's a thought of the criticism of his shooting percentage, which was awful last year.
His three-point percentage.
Three-point
percentage was better than
It's
Ants.
fine. Yeah, 45% from the floor is fine. 31% from three is not great. He's a career 33% three-point shooter.
Yep.
And asking why isn't the shoulder taken into consideration? He had a banged-up shoulder early in the year last year. Okay. I'm not saying that's not valid in any that's absolutely a fair point to bring up. I think the only thing that I would retort with is he's gone down in every year in the NBA. He was 36% as a rookie, 33% in year 2, 31% in year 3.
His second year is the toughest one because of the
sample size. It was such a small sample size.
Such a tiny sample size.
I get it. If he can get back to where he was in his rookie season, I'm not asking you to be a 39% three-point shooter.
It'd be great.
You just got to be. That would be great. You got to be around 35%. You can't be hovering around 30% and bordering into the upper 20s. That's just inexcusable for a scoring guard. That's what you're asking him to do.
Yeah.
This year, his role will change and develop because Anthony Simons is finally gone, thank Jesus, and they're going to need him to be a playmaker, whether it's off the bench or in the starting lineup as the year evolves. They need him to carry a bigger role, and you need him to be a better shooter. So I think it's a fair point to say the shoulder was banged up. That's why he shot 31% from last year from three. This is the year that you need to see that growth. He's not banged up going into the year, at least as of now, knock on wood. He's healthy going into the season. Get that back up around 35%. If he does that, he's averaging over 20 points per game, and his contract's $110 million.
And you go look at the contracts, by the way, like where would this comp at? So if he agreed to the deal, what would that have paid on a per year base? 22 and a half?
22 and a half.
22 and a half would be just barely above Contavious Caldwell-Pope. It'd be below Josh Giddey.
NBA contract values have just gone.
Well, Devin Vassell of the Spurs, he got in on a deal pretty early. The Spurs said, here you go. He makes $27 a year. Go look up Devin Vassell's numbers. No, you don't have to do it. I'll do it for you. 16 points per game.
Right.
Same amount of minutes, by the way.
Yeah,
16 points per game. Field goal percentage is worse. Rebounds are worse. And Vassal's a good player for
He's
the
a good player,
Spurs.
yeah.
This all I'm saying is like contractually.
This idea that it's outrageous, it's just not. Yeah.
He's gonna. I just think if he just ups any part of these stats that we're noting,
which I think we all expect him to do. I think the question is how much will he up?
They don't want to lose this dude and then watch him explode in a different market. I just think it's pretty fair, easy prediction now to say I'd bank that he's going to get north of $90 million.
I would too.
Now, here's the other part. Richmond, the homie, put up a good episode today on the Locked On, and he basically said 44 of the last 50 top 10 defensive teams have made the play-in, right? So the Blazers think they're a top 10 defensive team. That's great.
Top 10 in the NBA.
The side of the ball that I'm not concerned about is defense.
Right.
The side that I am concerned about
who's going to score
is offense. They need this dude. If this dude can get to 20 to 25,
it's huge.
It's going to be massive because I don't know how big of a leap Denny's going to make, despite what anybody tells you.
Sure.
We don't know how big of a leap Donovan can make offensively.
No.
We don't know what Tumani Kamara's jump offensive. Like, there's just so many question marks on that side. And then, like, you're going to be counting on Blake Wesley?
Or Drew Holiday, who's never been known for his offensive game.
And Holiday,
he's fine. He's serviceable. He's good.
Yes,
but that's never been the strength of his game.
100%.
He's a defensive guard.
It's just a real interesting note that, like, if they're defensively what they think they're going to be, and this guy takes that step, totally get turning down 4 years, $90 million, and say, I'd rather bank on myself and say, you don't want to lose me because you don't want me to be the guy that everybody goes, why don't you sign him?
Yeah.
I mean, it's going to be a tradable contract anyway, even if it doesn't work out long term.
Sure.
So I saw that report, and I was like, okay.
I get it from both sides. I do. I get Portland. That's a fair opening offer of like, all right, it's been okay your first 3 years, but you've been a little banged up. The 3-point percentage needs to get better.
I like the pressure on him of like, take that step then, man.
Yes, and I get it and I love that Sharpe's gambling on himself. Like, you know what? No, dude, I'm 21 years old. I have the ability to expand my game and grow and get better this year. All the reports out of training camp have been what?
He's having a good camp, reportedly.
He's cooking everybody. He's turning heads. So now let's go see it for 80 games in the regular season. And if you do that, buddy, $90 million will be laughable if we look back on it, and that's the kind of year that you end up having.
Be really interesting. Their preseason starts tomorrow, right, Swag, against the Dubs? It's their first preseason game, and then, again, it's Nikola Jokic days away from the start of their season, October 22nd.
I got to bust out the old antenna. I got to find where it is. It's in a box somewhere.
Yeah, the wife found mine the other day.
I got to go find that antenna.